Hey everyone, so welcome back to Nelson Tethers and Puzzle Agent. I've restarted the game, so we should be back to where we were. We've already, solved everything that's in here and spoke to all of these people. So let's go check out the back door of the hotel first before we leave and try and go find the sheriff. So let's take a look out here.
Winner undeclared in local contest.
Oh, okay. I was trying just to click around on the screen to see if there was anything to do, but evidently we straight away have a puzzle. So, arm wrestling redo. The Annabelle Grill ladies arm wrestling tournament is over, and the judge missed it. Read the four statements and help him determine the winner. Okay. Okay, so we have the judge at the bottom right-hand corner, and we have to work out which lady won the arm wrestling tournament. Okay, so Pat won fair and square. I'm presuming this lady here, she's not our winner. So she's talking about someone else, unless she's talking about herself in the third person, which is, well, weird. So this lady here, she didn't win, so we can count her out. This lady outmatched by the Grizzly Grip, so she is also out. These two at the back, I think we can take, for instance, straight away, we can think these two did not get it. I pinned Pearl like a new hat. Okay, so this lady at least won one of those. And Flo's Grizzly Grip couldn't whip me. So between all of these statements, there's these two at the bottom, for sure one of them won. I pinned Pearl like a new hat, so she won at least one round. Flo's Grizzly Grip couldn't whip me. So both of these ladies won at least one of the rounds that they were fighting against. So let's say that, this lady here at the bottom won this girl, this lady here won this girl, and then we're left with the two to face off. But trying to work out which one that is probably a little bit more. I think this is the first time I'm kind of stumped on this one, and I think maybe we use one of the hints to see if it makes it any easier at all. We've been picking up chewing gum. Nelson likes to chew some gum, so hopefully, these hints can be helpful. So I've clicked on a hint, and we have 12 of those available, so let's try this out. So yeah, let's try using a hint. 2 contestants were eliminated in the first round. Can you figure out which 2? Well, I think we kind of did that already with the ladies in the back. They were out in the first round. They both kind of admitted it, so I think we need one more hint from this. Flo won the first round but lost the contest. Which winner is not Flo? So I'm going to click I'm done for the hints for now, and let's take another look at this. So outmatched by the Grizzly Grip. This lady is out. Pat won fair and square. This lady is out. I pinned Pearl like a new hat. Flo's Grizzly Grip couldn't whip me. And our hints. Flo won the first round, but lost the contest. Which winner is not Flo? So this lady here says that Flo's Grizzly Grip couldn't whip me, so I'm presuming that this lady here is the winner of the arm wrestling competition. I think. I'm sure. Let's try it. It's only $75,000 in change for the taxpayer. Alright, we worked that out. Oh, so that wasn't too bad. However, we used 2 hints on this one. We didn't get any wrong answers, but by using hints, it took down our rating from a top agent at 10 out of 10. It gave us 7 stars instead, and still gave us an excellent rating, so I'm happy with that, but it's interesting, even using hints brings down our rating. So how did we work this out? A 4-person tournament means there were 3 matches. In the first 2 matches, 2 competitors were eliminated, and we kind of guessed those were the ladies in the back. In the final match, the 2 winners faced off, and the winner of that was the champion. Flo, the wielder of the Grizzly Grip, won one match and lost another. That's only possible if she won her first match, proceeded to the final match, and lost. The woman who beat the Grizzly Grip is the winner, which is kind of what we worked out. So I'm happy that we went with that one. Yeah, that was fun. Randomly placed puzzle, but still really, really fun to do.
That was a tricky one.
Okay, so we have a piece of gum back here. I will gladly take it after using two for that last random puzzle. It looks like a screwdriver down here, so maybe we need to pick this up.
Someone left a screwdriver in the alley beside the hotel. Looks clean. Probably of no consequence.
Okay. I've played enough games to know that when you see a screwdriver or some kind of instrument or tool, you pick that up and you take it with you. So Nelson Tethers, you're not helping us here. Let's go back into the hotel and head out and try and find the sheriff. I think that makes most sense. Oh, there's another piece of gum that's just appeared down here. So I'm gonna pick that up as well. We used two in that last puzzle, so we've got those two back, so we didn't really lose anything, which is great.
The residents of Scoggins seem nice enough. Aside from one wild goose chase, everyone's been cooperative. Plus, it looks like I'm primed for all the hot dish I can eat. It remains to be seen if that's a good thing. I got a map from the hotel owner, so I'm heading over to the eraser factory. Agent Tethers out. Am I supposed to be saying that?
He hasn't been out in the field much, this agent, evidently. Okay, so we have our snowmobile. Looks like there's nothing else that we can do around here just for now, so let's get to wherever we're going to find the sheriff. Oh, we're heading over to the factory first, so let's go to the factory. That is a big eraser factory. Wow. Oh, the sheriff's here already, so that's who we're looking for. Oh, I would not have seen that piece of gum. This is really helpful, being able to click on the screen and see things that you were able to do. Allows us to get sneaky things like that. The extra gum will be very helpful. So let's talk to the sheriff and see what he has to say about the situation that's going on here. And in fact, this door looks crazy. Fort Knox, it is certainly locked down better than.
Hi, Sheriff Bob. Yeah, I'm Nelson Tethers of the FBI's Department of Puzzle...
Agent Tethers, good to meet you. We got a real mess here. Yes, we do.
We do?
Oh, yes. It's gonna be a while before we can get this factory running again.
But my job is to get this factory back to making erasers.
Agent Tethers, you're in a right pickle.
Well, I should probably ask you some questions about the incident then.
That's what I'd do if I was a big, important FBI boy.
I don't think this guy likes us very much. So let's ask him about the incident first, I guess. We'll just work down the list.
What was this incident?
Well, we don't need to be dramatic.
What happened?
There was an explosion.
What?
Oh, yeah, a big explosion. And the foreman just never came home.
So we've added another option here, and this one obviously is a puzzle. So I'm gonna just continue down the list, ask him some questions, and we'll get to the puzzle at the end.
What happened to the foreman? My notes don't have a lot of details.
Well, we're still trying to figure that out. One day after work, Mr. Dabner just never came home. The accident was pretty bad.
Oh, is there a body?
Nope, he's just gone. Isaac Dabner's his name, if you don't have that in your notes.
We don't even know if he died in that explosion?
Won't be able to find that out till we find a way into the factory.
Okay, interesting. So he just vaporized, or he's still in there? Okay. Let's talk about the investigation.
What did your investigation turn up?
Not much. I can't figure out how to get past this lock.
Well, that's because it's missing a piece. I can see that just by looking at it.
So it is. I guess that's why you make the big bucks, right?
That's right, sir.
Okay, let's work out the time of the accident.
When did the accident take place?
Well, I've been trying to figure that out myself. Here's what I know.
Okay, wrangling watchmen. The rest easy guard service was employed to keep watch over the factory from midnight to midnight yesterday. From their statements, can you determine the time of the big noise, which I'm guessing is the explosion? Let's try and solve this. So we have Bernie, Pop, Al, and Iggy. And Bernie says, boom, 1 hour before the last shift started. Pop says, I get the shorter shift, 3 hours. Al, only Bernie put in the full 8 hours. And Iggy worked from 6 till I was relieved. This is a difficult one. So Bernie put in the full 8-hour shift, and they worked from 12 midnight until the next day, I think. Let's take a look. Yeah, from midnight to midnight. Okay. Bernie put in 8 hours. Iggy worked from 6 until they were relieved, and Pop worked 3 hours of the longest shift. So if Bernie worked 8 hours up until 8, oh, so I click on this clock up here and it turns. So let's 8 a.m. in the morning. This person worked from 6 until they were relieved. So someone had to put in this. I think I need some hints because I am kind of stuck. So let's reset the clock so that I don't have anything in my brain while we work this out. Let's get a hint. Luckily, we picked up some extra gum to help with this, so let's do a hint. Iggy started at 6, but did he start at 6 a.m. or 6 p.m.? Only one of these is possible given conditions. That is not so helpful as a hint right now, so I'm going to add another hint to this, see what we can get. Pop worked the last shift ending at midnight. Okay. So Bernie, boom, 1 hour before the last shift started. Pop worked 3 hours. So he worked 3 hours and he worked, so he got the shortest shift, worked for 3 hours, 1 hour before the last shift started, and our hints, Pop worked the last shift. So if Pop worked the last shift, his would be 11:10, he starts at 9, and 1 hour before the last shift, which is Pop, would be 8. So we actually had it put on 8 already. So is that when the explosion happened at 8 p.m.? I don't think I'm going to get a better guess than this. Let's submit and find out. It's the best that we can do at this point. Okay, so that made sense. That made sense after getting the hints. There was no way I was getting this without hints, so we used 2 hints. Again, 7 out of 10. We got an excellent. I'm happy with that. Let's take a look at how this puzzle could have been solved with more intelligence on this. So Bernie worked 8 hours out of the 24-hour day, and Pop worked 3. Al worked 6 hours, and Iggy worked 7. I don't know how they could work that out from that. maybe if we spent like an hour just on this one puzzle. Iggy had to start at 6 a.m. because he was relieved by another guard. Al came first and worked the 6-hour shift. Then Iggy started at 6 a.m. and ended at 1 p.m. Bernie worked the third shift since he heard the noise. His shift went to 9 p.m., so the explosion happened at 8 p.m. So it was a little bit different, at least how they explained it's a little bit different how we got it. Where we just removed 1 hour from Pop's shift, where he was the last one to work, and it happened an hour before he started, and he only worked for 3 hours, from 9 till midnight. So look, we got the correct answer, but again, without those hints, that was not going to happen. No chance.
If there was an explosion at that time, wouldn't the icicles on the building have been knocked off?
Good point. Maybe they grew back.
Okay. Yeah, maybe they did.
Well, I don't seem to be getting a lot of answers.
Listen, why don't you meet me down at the Moose Ear Diner later? I have some files related to the case that you might be able to help me with.
Oh, okay, but I really think...
Agent Tethers, it's a pleasure working with you. You're doing a great job. Meet you at the Moose Ear in a bit.
This guy is so sarcastic. He does not like us at all. Is there anything else that we can do around here except look at the door? Guess not. Let's take a look.
Interesting. Out at the eraser factory, the doors to the factory are very locked. Some sort of custom-built contraption has got this place locked up tighter than Fort Knox. The device seems damaged, though. It seems to be missing a piece.
So we'll probably have to find the piece that goes in there in order to get into the factory. But let's see if we can find the sheriff. He's up at the Moose Ear Diner. Wow. That diner is secluded. Hello. Yep. Oh. Interesting.
There seems to be some tiny footprints in the snow around the diner. But I don't see any kids around here. Possibilities include stealthy children, tiny animals wearing boots, cats wearing shoes. Nice, Nelson. Now that's going in FBI records. And I'm still recording. Tethers out.
I guess we talked to the guy fixing the sign before we head into the diner. Let's ask him about safety.
Excuse me, I see you're working on your sign. Is it safe for me to go into the diner? Excuse me.
Gotta fix the sign.
Well, that guy is intense. Let's talk about the sign. I guess we can do some kind of puzzle here, so let's get to it.
Something wrong with your sign? I said, is there something wrong with...
You a cop. I ain't got time for cops.
I'm not a cop.
Look, I gotta get this sign fixed before it gets dark. I don't want to be out here after dark, if you know what I mean.
I don't, actually. What do you mean by that?
It's just a fuse, but I can't remember which one it is. Not with all the whispers in my head.
What? Whispers?
Get the fuse for me. I'm getting cold out here.
So this guy doesn't want to be outside after dark and has whispers in his head. I'm not sure this guy is all okay. So we have another puzzle, so find the fuse. The repairman has forgotten which fuse he needed to use, even though he coded them so he wouldn't forget. Select the fuse that completes the sequence. Okay. Okay. We have a line, a mustache line, and a middle line. I guess the lines don't mean anything because this one doesn't have just a straight line across. They look... I don't know what this is, so we have to choose one of these to put in place in here for the fuse box, but I'm seeing some kind of pattern, I guess, but I'm not entirely sure what this pattern is. I think maybe a hint at least will put us in the right direction. The sequence of symbols on the fuse box looks somewhat familiar. Maybe it's not as random as it seems. Okay, if it's not random, so this is kind of square with a line underneath. This looks like a heart shape with a squiggly line underneath. So this one we don't know yet, and this one has an M. Actually, if this is the first one and this is the fourth, if we just take one side of this, this looks like a 1. This definitely looks like a 2. And this one looks like a 4. So if we look for a 3, which this one isn't, this looks like a 7. This is an X, but... Oh, so this one looks like it could be a 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. If we just look on the right-hand side of the fuses and we forget that, or we think about these as being mirrored. So I think it's going to be this one here, and this one looks like an upside-down 5. So let's try this. I think we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the fuses, and I think that's going to work out just good for this. Yeah. Okay, so we still had to use a hint for that, which I think is fair. Look, that only took 1 star off of us, so we still got top agent for that. And if we go to look at how that puzzle was solved and the solution to it, each figure in the sequence is made up of a number and its mirror reflection joined together as the right and left parts of the figure. The missing number in the sequence is 3, so that's kind of what we came up with after the hint, so that makes a lot of sense.
That should do it.
Hey, what do you know? This ought to keep the little buggers away.
Little what?
Well, I gotta finish getting this sign mounted. See you later. Well, we'll see.
This guy is creepy. Let's ask him about the factory.
I don't suppose you know anything about the eraser factory accident?
Don't suppose I do.
Not exactly helpful. What about the foreman?
Did you know Isaac Davner?
Not much. Heard he had some kind of accident. Feel bad for his wife, Lori. Such a pretty girl.
I should really talk to her. Do you know where I can find her?
Yes, I do.
So, where can I find her?
Inside.
Oh, man. Okay, well, thank you, sir. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Alright, let's head into the Moose Ear Diner. These are definitely local people, and we are not local. Is this a piece of gum on the seat? It is. Okay, great. So we have the sheriff here that we can talk to, and we have a few other patrons of the diner, and we have, I guess this is Glory. And we have whatever this is here, so let's take a look at this.
There's some tobacco on the counter. Smells like cherry. I guess the waitress hasn't been in much of a cleaning mood lately.
Well, I guess if her husband has been vaporized or in an explosion, she's not going to want to do much. Let's talk to her.
Excuse me, ma'am. Miss? Waitress lady?
Welcome to the Moosier Diner. I'll be right with you.
Can I help you with that?
Oh, okay. We have another puzzle here. So, rearranging rations. Glory is distracted by the puzzle of food she's preparing to serve. Fit all the food items on the plate in such a way that none of them overlap to get her attention. Okay. And how do we do this? I guess we're clicking and dragging things out of the way. Oh, again, that clicked. Something clicked. Okay, these two items clicked into place. So I think we have the same idea as the very first puzzle in this game, where we can click things in, which makes life a lot easier to try and work out where things fit together. And I'm just randomly clicking, which I think is maybe not the best way to do it, but it's certainly working out pretty well for what we need, so I'm going to keep going with it. If this didn't click together, this would be so much more difficult to try and work out. But that is everything on this plate. Oh no, we still have a carrot here, which must fit there. Yeah. So that was nice and easy. Bit of fun puzzle just to push these together. If they didn't click together, there'd be no way to get these on the plate, looking as neatly arranged as they do. But at least we could help out Glory real quick with this one. So every submission that we do costs $75,000 and some change. I'm really interested to see how much my terrible detective skills or my puzzle solving skills are charging the taxpayers. That'd be really interesting to see. I wonder if there's a way to do that. We'll try and work that out in just a little bit. So how did we do this? A meal fit for a Scogginsian. Okay. So it doesn't really tell us what that, but again, not the most difficult puzzle to solve, but still a lot of fun to put that together.
There you go. Delicious.
Thanks.
So, what's good here?
I don't know. It's all fine.
Oh, okay. What's your name?
Glory Davner.
Oh, haha. So, I'm Nelson. Are you feeling okay?
Yes. No. I'm just thinking about my husband.
What's wrong with your husband, ma'am? Is he okay?
He will be.
Well, I'm with the FBI's Department of Puzzles Research. I need to ask you a few questions.
Yeah. So she answered that her husband will be okay after the explosion. I don't know how that works, but yeah. It's kind of strange. Let's ask about the factory.
An accident at the eraser factory caused it to shut down. Do you know anything about that?
Of course I do.
What have you heard?
Well, nothing really. I mean, just that it was an accident like everyone says.
Okay, let's ask about her husband, I guess.
The factory foreman, Isaac Davner. He was your husband?
Yes,
Oh, I'm so sorry. There's not much in my files about him.
that's okay. He's a great man. I'm so proud of him.
For...
Just so proud.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, it's her husband. Of course she's proud of him, but something is not right here. Let's ask about the weird repairman.
The repairman outside seems a bit odd. Anything I should know about him?
Well, I think he's got a bit of a crush on me, but he's harmless.
Could he have hurt your husband to get to you?
Oh no, he wouldn't hurt a fly. He even avoids stepping on rocks so he won't accidentally hurt any critters living below. I wish people wouldn't tease him for that. Daryl.
Daryl had a cheeky grin there from that. So we have another puzzle here for work, so let's give this one a go.
Has the factory closure affected business?
Yeah, people tend to hang around here longer now that they aren't going to work. Normally, that'd be a good thing, but I've been pretty distracted.
I see that. Maybe I can help.
Okay, diners and dishes. When these three couples walked in the diner, Glory thought she knew what each would order. She was wrong. And now she's forgotten who gets what. Here's what she does recall. Nobody ordered a meal resembling their spouse. Okay. One lady ordered a meal resembling the fish-eating man sitting next to her. Only one patron resembles his or her meal. The ham plate should be set down next to the banana split. Okay, doesn't make much sense. Now it makes more sense that I see the people. Okay, so this guy, he looks a little bit like an onion. This lady's like a hen or a chicken. This guy, a banana split or something. We have a ham, I guess, and a fish. Oh no, the ham would be here. So I don't know what this guy is. But we definitely have a fish, or at least the look of a fish here. I'm gonna need to look over the rules again. So, nobody ordered a meal resembling their spouse. One lady ordered a meal resembling the fish-eating man sitting next to her. Only one patron resembled his or her meal. The ham plate should be set down next to the banana split. Okay. Well, guys, I'm gonna need some hints for this one easily, because this is just... No one ordered a meal that looks like them. So, for instance, the onion rings would not go to the guy who looks like an onion. Gosh, this is a challenging one, so let's get a hint for this. The onion-headed man loves to eat fish. Okay, so we know straight away that we have the fish plate with the onion-headed man here. And if I read the rules again, one lady ordered a meal resembling the fish-eating man sitting next to her. Nobody ordered a meal resembling their spouse. So the onion rings need to go to this lady here, because this is, I presume, his spouse. So she's not going to order the onion rings. Okay. Let's get another hint, because this is next to impossible without it, I think. The man who ordered the banana split looks like a banana split. Okay, so this dude here looks like a banana split. And then if we look back at the rules, the ham plate should be set down next to the banana split. So this is the ham plate here. And I guess that let's look at the rules one more time. Nobody ordered a meal resembling their spouse. One lady ordered a meal resembling the fish-eating man sitting next to her. Only one patron resembled his or her meal. So we've got these two pretty solid. The ham plate should be set down next to the banana split. We've got these three. Nobody ordered a meal resembling their spouse. So... this... Let's try this one. I think this is correct. Oh, rejected. Okay, not every patron got what he or she ordered. Take another look at the rules. Okay, let's retry. So we know that these four are correct. So if we switch these two around, maybe I can submit this again, and hopefully this one works this time. So that's two submissions and $151,000 I've cost the taxpayers, but at least we got it right on the second try. We used 2 hints for that. We got 1 wrong answer, and we only got passable, so 4 out of 10. Let's take a look at how. So the puzzle solution, rule 2 says one woman ordered a meal resembling the man sitting next to her. The chicken woman is the only woman sitting next to a man beside her spouse. So it must be her, since no one ordered a meal resembling their spouse. So she ordered onion rings and the onion man ordered fish. We got all of that really quickly. But the rest was was way more difficult than that, I feel. But look, it's, we did it. We cost the taxpayer a lot of money, but we did it.
That wasn't so tough.
Yeah, I guess not.
Could I have a bit more of your time, ma'am?
Sure.
We don't really have any more questions, so I guess, thank you, ma'am, and goodbye. That was a pretty big task that we just did, the pretty big puzzle there. I think we'll call it quits just for now. And in fact, I haven't checked out what this puzzle binder is at the top, so let's do that real quick just before we call it quits for this part of Puzzle Agents. Let's click into here. Currently, I'm a passable puzzle solver. I've used 7 hints. I've solved 10 puzzles, and I've cost the taxpayer $832,072.80. That's really cool. So we actually get to see what we've worked on here and what we've looked at. Oh, and we can slide through all of the different puzzles. Oh my goodness, that are in the game. There are a lot of puzzles, it seems. So that's really great that we can actually see this. And I was just talking about that, seeing how much we've actually cost the taxpayer. That's really cool. But for now, I'm really enjoying this game. I still think it's really great. There's evidently a lot of puzzles to come back to. And we'll do that in an upcoming video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.